Hey guys, my name is Nate Grotenhouse, and in this video, I'm going to be explaining the best way to run political ads on your campaign Facebook page. In my opinion, Facebook is one of the best advertising platforms for your political campaign. First of all, it caters to a little bit of an older demographic than other social media platforms that you can run ads on. So you're able to reach people that are actually going to cast a ballot for you at the end of the day. Furthermore, especially for local campaigns, you're able to connect with people that you actually know and can actually have a degree of relationship with, and therefore you're able to message those folks, get a yard sign out to them through an ad, or sign them up to walk precincts for you. So there's a lot of benefit that can come out of these Facebook ads. This is a Facebook page that I set up for one of my candidates this primary election. We're basically just going to use this as an example to run an ad. There's many different kinds of Facebook ads that you can place. My go-to for candidates is boosted posts. So what that means is you're going to post something on your page like this. This candidate posted a video, and you're able to basically artificially get that post in front of other people that would not have seen it otherwise. So I'm going to cover the best way to run a boosted post ad. Let's click Boost Post. And this will take us to the page that you're going to see when you're creating an ad. First thing to do is go up here and choose the right ad account that you want to use. So once you've selected the correct one, you're now going to go over to this goal section. I leave this on automatic because Facebook is really smart in terms of the algorithms that they use to get your ad in front of people. But I'm just going to show you, if you click change, there is much more different ways that Facebook can basically structure your ad in order to achieve the goal that you want it to. So I leave it on automatic, save. The next step is to add a button, and I always click on learn more, and you can see now in the ad preview that there will be a learn more button under the video. So not only will you be able to click on the video and watch the video, but you can also click on this learn more button, and that's going to direct you to Christie's website. If we scroll down here, we can see the most important section of setting up a Facebook ad. If you do not do this properly, your ad will be rejected. But not only that, you'll lose 24 hours because Facebook takes about a day to approve every Facebook ad. So that's super critical to keep in mind when you are running Facebook ads on your campaign platform, that Facebook takes time to review each ad before it goes live. So this category is basically asking you, is your ad about any of the following: credit, employment, housing, or social issues, elections, or politics? And yes, this ad is a political ad, so we're going to click this, and it's going to ask you, okay, so what category is it? And we're going to click the first one. It's a political ad. Now, if you haven't connected an Instagram account, you're going to get this little error. It says we found one error, Instagram account not authorized. And that's because it will automatically check that you want to run this ad on Facebook as well. So if you scroll down here to placements at the very bottom, you click on this, you can see that Instagram is checked. So if you don't have an Instagram, just uncheck that. And you can also see that Messenger is checked here. That means just the Facebook Messenger. So your ad will run on that platform as well. That's great. So now if you go back up here, you'll see that that error, is gone. Okay, so we have our special ad category set up. The next section is audience. This is super important to create an audience that caters the people and the voting base that you're going after. If you're advertising to people that are never going to vote for you in the first place, you're wasting your budget and all of this hard work. So it's super critical to make sure that your audience is targeted correctly. You can see here that Facebook automatically selects smart audience. This audience is very broad and it's not going to work. If you select smart audience, your ad will never be shown to the correct people. So what we're going to do for our campaign is we're going to go down here to create new. This means we're going to create a new audience. We're going to title it Audience 1. You can title it whatever you'd like. And now we have options for who we want our ad to be shown to. We're going to leave gender on all. And for age, I do 35 and above. That's what I have found to be sort of a sweet spot. It's one of those harsh realities of politics that young people don't really vote, and you're going to get the most bang for your buck for people that are 35 and above. Next, we're going to scroll down to locations, and you can see here it automatically places this ad in the United States. So we're going to click this little X to get rid of its own targeting, and we're going to select the city in which your campaign is in. So for this one was in Santa Barbara. So we're going to click on Santa Barbara, and you can see now that we have this selection. So currently everyone that's over 35 in this blue circle is going to be targeted with this ad. Now obviously we don't have the money to pay for Facebook to show everyone this ad within that circle, so we want to bring it down a little bit more. One of the critical ways to do that is narrowing down this radius. You can see here this is a 25-mile radius. If we bring it all the way down to 10 miles, we can see now that our ad is much more targeted in terms of geography. But you can see here that it's still catching these little communities that are not Santa Barbara, Goleta, Isla Vista, Montecito, and there's no room to slide down the pin even more. So we want a tighter radius than 10 miles for our ad. And this is super critical, especially when you're running in a district election that's not even the full city. You may want certain streets, certain neighborhoods within a city. So this is super important when you're running in those elections. We're gonna get rid of the Santa Barbara location. And let's say we're running in a district of Santa Barbara that is just this waterfront area. What you're gonna do is go over here, top right, drop pin. You can see now my cursor becomes a check mark. I'm gonna plop it right where I want to. Here, it's going to give me a default of 10 miles, but watch this. You can minimize this all the way down to 1 mile. So if we zoom in, now only these people are going to receive our ad within this blue circle. So let's say that we like this targeting, but our district goes out here as well. Well, you're just going to grab another pin here, plop it here, and then drag it down to the radius you want. Let's do 10 miles, or excuse me, 1 mile. And you can see now that we have these two circles. There's a little bit of space in here, so let's drop one more pin, and we have our district covered there. Great. Let's scroll down to detailed targeting. This is where you can tell Facebook, okay, within this location, I only want to target people that are interested in this, or I only want to target a specific demographic of people within this radius. Facebook used to let you target according to political party, but last year they took that option away. Now there are limited options in terms of interest for political campaigns. But this is still a very helpful tool. This race here was a superintendent of schools race, so things like education is a great one. So this ad will be targeted to people that are interested in education. You can also target it to a demographic. So you can see here, parents is an option. So this will target all Facebook users that are parents. Other interests you might want to include are local government, social issues, etc. And this is something that you can just explore and target according to your campaign and what you're running on. So let's say that this is the audience that we'd like. You can see here at the bottom, Facebook gives you this audience definition score. And basically that just means that your audience size is healthy. And at the very bottom, you can see the estimated audience size, which is helpful for determining how many people you're targeting. This all looks good, so we're going to click Save Audience. And now you can see here, in addition to all these other audience choices, I now have audience 1. Let's keep scrolling. Here is where you're going to choose the duration for your ad. I always like to start with 7 days because then I can get a feel for whether that ad is functioning well. If no one's clicking on it, if no one's commenting, no one's seeing it, I'm going to end that ad and start a new one. And you can always extend the duration for these ads, so don't worry about not being able to extend the end date. Your total budget is what you're going to spend in total. So I'm going to spend $500 over the course of these 7 days. And Facebook is going to tell me, okay, with $500, you're going to be able to reach approximately 1,200 people to 3,500 people. Now, these estimated daily results vary highly depending on the type of content that you post, if people are actually interested in your content. But if people are interested in your content, it's going to grow organically in addition to what you're paying for. So it all depends on the quality of content that you're posting. If we scroll down, we just see placements here. And again, that's where you want to post your ad on. If you have an Instagram account connected, you can check Instagram. Metapixel, don't worry about that. That's tracking information that we don't need. And here is your payment method for the ad. Once everything's set up, I'd like to look at the ad preview one more time, make sure that I like how it looks. and then click on this Boost Post Now button. All right, now once you've boosted your post, your ad will go into review with Facebook. This usually takes about 24 hours or less. You'll be able to check on the status of your ad by going here to Ad Center and scrolling down, and under ads you will see this will say in review right here. You can see this ad says completed, but your ad, once it's submitted, will say in review, and then once it's active, we'll have a green check mark and say active. All right guys, well that is how I run Facebook ads for the campaigns that I work on. I hope this video helped you and your campaign as you're working towards the general election. Please stick around for more tips and tricks on how to run your own political campaign, and I'll see you in the next video.